Hi, everyone, and welcome to a little bit different version of Logic Kelly speaking. In the past, you've seen me interview some leaders in our municipal space, in governance space, around their thoughts on great governance. And actually, I'm going to interview myself today and answer the same questions that I've asked them, and see if I get some reaction and have some conversation with folks who might watch it. So the first question I typically ask is around what does the term great governance mean to those leaders? And for me, I think great governance is a highly functional set of political and institutional infrastructure, whether that be human or otherwise, whose collective deliverable is the best conditions for communities to achieve their fullest potential. And for me, that's in regards to the well-being of their citizens. The second question that I ask is, given the current state of governance, what's one thing that you would change? And I think maybe this is a combination of two things, so I'm going to break my own rules here. I'd like to break this little bit of I think, a stalemate that's existing between political leaders and most government administrators at the leadership level. I think political leaders right now are typically getting voted in to be very highly critical of the current state in the very most simplistic of ways, in that there's this, to me, um, not substantiated and somewhat, I think that's it's rhetoric, to be quite honest, that government is bad and less government is better. So getting voted in to tear things down and make cuts, um, from their perspective. But at the same time, we're having administrators that have quite often abandoned their kind of reason for being. And the last question I about what is great governance? I suggested it was around creating conditions to succeed for citizens in well-being. And I think that maybe we've lost that perspective, and we've tended to just kind of listen to that political conversation around cutting and less is more. So, without some due diligence looking at what we currently have and how valuable it is, we lose that opportunity to maybe change from within and just reallocate some resources and maybe change gears a little bit rather than just across the board cutting mentality. So the third question that I've asked others is different from that second one. What is there something currently going on in our sector that has you excited in terms of government governance and has the future looking bright? And for me, yes, there's, I believe I'm seeing some long-standing traditional ways of voting and perhaps who is voting change. So I think some underrepresented demographics are getting engaged in a more compelling way that they have in the near past. Example being the US midterms, whether or not you're, from whatever lens you looked at that or whatever your political leanings are, I think it was really a positive to see the youth engaged in a really big way. As well, there seems to be more and more gender diversity in leadership roles in both the political and administrative roles in that relationship. And I think this can do nothing but expand perspectives and decision making, which to me is a really good thing and bodes well for the future. So there you go, my thoughts. Stay tuned for more from others in the space. I look to get some other leaders up on the chat, but would love to hear your feedback on this and my thoughts, and look forward to talking to you again with some others. Thanks. Bye.